anything. You know, the audience is your reliever. But this tension, which is a natural tension to get to be in front of people, but of course, after a while you get used to it and you love it. I found that through chiropractic, through getting what I think you mentioned, acupressure?
Acupressure.
Right. And by you using
That's acupuncture, but without needles.
Oh, I see. I see. Because I never quite, I understood what you did, but I didn't exactly know where it had come from.
That's precisely the same as acupuncture.
Only it sounds safer to me.
It's much safer because anytime you penetrate the skin, there's a risk of infection. It's the same with any injection. There's a risk of breaking the needle. There's a risk of puncturing some internal organ. Acupuncture has certain risks.
Well, what happened was I went and I got this treatment from you. And I intend to get another one for you if I'm lucky enough. I mean this in all sincerity. No, I mean that because I walked out on stage and I was under great stress and great tension and I had many things on my mind. And an audience doesn't want to know your problems. And I don't blame them. If I'm coming to see somebody who's a terrific, attractive person, who's hysterically funny, I would not want to know their problems either. And I want to walk out there relaxed. And you, just by touching certain points, which I didn't even tell you where they were, which amazed me, that you just felt and knew that you had hands. It wasn't like some kind of a miracle, you came out of the heavens, any kind of a gimmick. It was real. It was just, well, this is nervous tension, and I feel that if I could just maybe give you a slight adjustment, if you call it, or whatever, or a little pressure here, it might relieve you. There's no guarantee of anything. Right. But in my case, it worked. It really worked. And it works to this day. And that's why I don't want to lose you not only as a doctor, but as a friend as well, because you helped my career a lot that way. And it was a tremendous thing. In fact, I know in a week or two, I'm going to give you a call, just in case you don't know. That's why I'm saying it right on television here. I'm going to give you a call and ask you if you possibly can give me a treatment if you happen to be in the area. You know, it's not too far from wherever you live, your home is, whatever.
It'd be my pleasure.
Right. You live where? I don't mean to be rude, Doc. You live where?
In Englewood.
In Englewood. Then it won't be bad for you. I'll be in San Diego, California. You'll run over for the weekend.
No, just a regular commute.
Yeah, right. Exactly. No, but it really worked. And I just wanted the listening audience to know that I just felt you know what you're doing, or I wouldn't be here. Believe me.
Well, I think that this has been an area of misconception. People have not been terribly well aware of what the chiropractic physician is and what the educational process is. Really, if you ask an ordinary doctor that is an MD what chiropractic education consists of, they've had this concept that we get some 6 months in the back of a health food store somewhere, and they don't realize that we're licensed by the same board of medical examiners in the state that they are, that our training is some 8 to 9 years of schooling, including now 5 academic years of chiropractic school.
Except, I don't mean to interfere.
No, please.
Really, realistically though, is you did something that the word chiropractic physician, if it's got some kind of a sting or whatever to it, or people are not convinced, whatever, is it some kind of mumble jumble, does it really work? That's one thing also that I had great respect for you about. You never said, hey, if it's something that's beyond, and I think I'm qualified, or if I'm not even qualified, I'm not sure, then I will pass it on to an orthopedic man.
Or any other medical specialist.
Or any medical.
We routinely refer patients to other doctors.
This is exactly what I do. I am not going to cure cancer, you know, I'm not going to cure this. I will try, and especially...
See, that's the thing. We're trained to recognize a chiropractic condition. We're also trained to recognize a condition that is beyond the scope of our field. Chiropractic's not a panacea.
No, there is nothing.
Acupuncture's not a panacea.
Nothing is.
Drugs are not a panacea. Surgery's not a panacea. None of those things can cure everything. And a doctor only gets in trouble when they don't know their limitations.